Hey, how's it? I'm going to react my 11 filming vlog videos on YouTube. I know you guys that I was a beginner of a cameraman. It was 2 years after making a B-roll behind the scenes. I basically learned about the film topics. I did the camera shots, movements, transition, time-lapse / hyperlapse, and fake drone shots. Besides, I become a pro as a videographer. In the meantime, let's get started. The first video is testing the hyperlapse video on film. The video has been released since September 14, 2020. Let's get it. Hey, how's it? It's your boy Jermaine T. Johnson. There's me. I'm here to show you how to make a hyperlapse. The hyperlapse is also known as a time-lapse. The time-lapse is perfect. I know what it is. I've seen it before. I will be ready to test with my Samsung phone and use the camera by changing. That was my home phone. The old phone that I had was old. I had to replace it because mine was cracked on the screen. Let's film the footage. Here we go. Alright. Here's a montage footage when I was learning how to make a hyperlapse. Right there. I was filming at the tree when I was in the park. Man, I started filming when I was in the park for a moment. It's almost over. It's almost over right here. This is the part when I was learning how to do the forward transition in the hyperlapse. It's very simple. You just need to put a lot of focus on the screen, hit the record button and start moving. That's it. Once you are done, stop recording the video. Let's check the result and see how it looks. And there it is. I just checked the result into the hyperlapse. The camera had an image stabilization, which worked perfectly. I did my best. I was learning how to get better at it. You guys know what I was talking about. Comment down what you guys think of this new hyperlapse. I think it looks pretty cool. I agree with it. I think that's it for today's video, folks. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Alright, on to my second reaction. The second video is the top 10 smartphone handheld moves. This video has been released since March 26, 2025. We're going to talk about the top 10 smartphone handheld moves. There's the same haircut when I remember Samsung Galaxy S24 to record the footage behind the scene. By the end of the video, we will have seen the final editing result. Now let's get started. At the first location, we are here outside in this neighborhood. Yeah, now before we begin, you must turn on the video stabilization when you go on set. It's gonna help you keep the camera from shaking. Here is shot this part through the side view. This means that after you film the location from the home, Let's start filming right here. Okay. I started filming
right here
when I was outside in the neighborhood.
Sidewalk and those houses. So let's put our focus on screen. Move the camera to the right from behind the mailbox. And then slide to the left to reveal.
It's easy. I remember how to do the slide reveal. That's why I've been practicing.
Shot number 2, tracking side to side. So what you want to do is to start bending on your left and move your leg from left to right.
Yeah, I started filming in the street when I was learning the camera move.
You gotta look out when you're filming on the street and make sure that there's no car in front or behind you. Anyway, let's continue. You were shot number 3 for the bush bears.
Yeah, I was gonna look
This
out for
means
those
that
cars.
you have to find the elements
I just need to make
that
sure
we can
there were no
frame the
cars
subject through
in
the
front.
area. Alright, on the left side of the frame, we're going to use the brick wall in the foreground. Then
Yeah, I was
you can see
using
the
a
house
brick
in the
wall
background.
in the foreground
So
on
all
the
we
left
gotta
side
do
of the frame.
is push forward with our camera and use the wall, just like that. At the second
That was
location,
that.
we are here at the bar. Now let's talk about shot number 4, the push forward. Alright, we're going to film in this part right here.
Yeah, this is the part
So all we
where
gotta
I
do
was in the park.
Is to push forward to get close to the bar. The fifth shot is going to be a dustpan. Alright, this time we're going to record the playground.
Yeah, I started
All you gotta do
recording at the
Just push
playground.
forward
It's
and
very simple.
backwards to rotate the camera and angle.
If you guys haven't seen the whole video, I suggest you may check
Is
it out.
going to be the macro texture. It means that you can film those plants, rocks, and woods before moving camera into position. Okay, now this time
I
I'm
started
going to use
filming
the
at the bottom of
telephoto
those rocks.
so I can film the bottom of the rocks.
I should have put telephoto mode.
Alright,
That's okay.
at the last location, we are here inside the living room.
In my house.
The 7th shot that we're going to do
Started filming
the push
in my house,
into
guys.
focus. We're going to
That's all that I've been
right
doing.
here. So let's put our focus on the subject and move the camera back.
It's called a plant.
Now the camera is
The plant was a subject.
do is to push forward and the subject comes into focus.
The shot number 8 is going to be the crane shot. You're going to start crashing down on your knees. Yeah, the crane shot is a vertical
Bring
move.
your legs up and move your camera up to refill. Your shot number 9, the orbit. We're going to keep the copy table in the center.
The coffee table
Let's move it around the
has
subject.
a vase of flowers and 2 statue of cheetahs.
Let's try that again.
It was nice.
Now this is gonna be a time shot called the pullback.
We just pull back. It's almost done.
A little bit more all the way at the end.
I was good at
Alright, guys, we finally did. We completed the top 10 smartphone handheld. Now let's see the editing results.
Here we go, you guys. Just watch. And there's the final editing sequence. I was so good at making B-roll behind the scenes. I did my best, you guys. I know I did. Here is video number 3, the epic speed ramp B-roll transition. The video has been released since April 18, 2025.
Today, we're going to learn how to make the speed roll B-roll transitions. A speed ramp is when you adjust the clip into speed, such as fast and slow motion. This footage,
I remember that
in the final sequence.
The speed ramp
Going to
that you can cut it
remove
to the start,
and
to the
transition.
middle, or
Now,
to
without
the
further
end.
ado, enjoy this video.
It says this footage will take a moment after a B-roll transition. Guess we'll see. I started filming in the hallway. I was backing up to do a camera movement. It's called the pullback. I started filming playing. Backing it up again. I was hovering around with those 2 plants who were on top of the cabinet. I filmed those fake leaves. I started panning to the right so I could reveal something. I covered the lens into a black frame. Here's a black statue man who had a guitar. Looks cool. I was making a transition.
I just got done filming behind the scenes. Now here is the final editing results.
Bam. That's how you do it. I created a speed ramp transition by adding a motion blur effect. This is pretty That's not that bad. I might have to call off for filming because I will continue about this tomorrow. Here is video number 4. How to make boring B-rolls behind the scenes. It's already been published since August 25th, 2025. If I knew how to make B-roll, it would be interesting. It gave me an idea. One time, I saw a video on YouTube, and there was a guy named Jarvis Hermans, the videographer who taught me how to make the smooth footage. I started filming around the house with my camera. Now let's get to it.
I'm going to make a boring B-roll behind the scenes. And I'm getting EOS Rep T79 right here in front. I can film
That's what I have.
place or things at the location before shooting. I will capture footage by making it smooth and happy. It'll be interesting to make random shots in the film. Once I'm done filming, I will edit the footage. Let's get started.
Here we go. I started filming in the hallway. I started filming in my mom's office. Here I was in the kitchen. I had a nice music in the end. I remember that bar. I learned how to make my own coffee. I drink coffee every morning. I had my camera in front of me while I was making coffee. Of course, you guys see this video before. If you guys haven't seen it, go see the video on YouTube. I was learning how to make rack up focus transition. So good at this. Yep, I started filming all the furnitures inside the living room. It was nice. And this is the part where I started filming in the laundry room. I'm in the bathroom. I have those nice shower curtains, the towels, everything. I was pretending to brush my teeth in front of the mirror. I turned on the scene and whipped my camera down at the end. Cause later in the bar, you would see the transition. And there's a sign where I was in my bedroom. And I started filming at my letters. The letter said the money spot. I put those letters on those walls. Here I am standing in front of the window. At the backyard, I started filming. I used a plant in the foreground to slide my camera to the left by revealing the neighborhood. I put the camera stand right next to me where I was sitting on the chair. Besides, I was outside in the front yard for a moment.
Okay, this is gonna be the last shot of this boring beer. So here we go.
Alright, this is it.
Okay guys, I got all the footage I needed. Now here is the final editing result.
I should have used the manual focus to control the camera. I gotta say, this video was nice after the B-roll. I mean, I learned how to make a boring B-roll behind the scenes. I did well. I know the video Just be patient. It's almost done. And that's it. Here is video number 5. Top 5 handheld B-roll transitions. I sometimes use my camera to create a bunch of transitions. Let's get it.
Hey, how's it? It's your boy Jamon T. Johnson. I'm here to show you how to make top 5 handheld B-roll transition. Here's top number 1. Back in and out.
Oh, I know what it is.
Back in and out. And you can make a transition by placing your hand up the camera. Once you record the same transition, you can move the camera out away from the frame and reveal the background changes.
I think I do remember.
Here is step number 2. Fill the frame. Fill the frame. Yeah, you can fill the camera up and down like making a transition. The camera to the depth of footage and show the location on set.
That's cool.
Here is step number 3. Across the vault. Crossing the vault that moves the camera around behind the subject and make a sequence of transitions.
Oh yeah, I was filming those layers on top of the refrigerator. And then I started filming the foreground from behind the face. Once I slide the camera to the left,
Here is step number 4. The elevator. The elevator that brings the camera closer and make a downward move. The camera tilts down and reveals the subject from a seat.
Here's a chess game. My dad and I used to play a game called
Here
chess.
is step number 5. Rotation. The rotation is where the camera moves up and rotates the side of the frame. It will change the movement by adding a transition to get the viewer's attention.
And lastly, here comes the final editing results. That's how I made the handheld B-roll transition, you guys. Here is video number 6. Top 10 cinematic B-roll techniques. This video has already been released since May 15, 2023.
Hey, how's it? It's your boy Jamon T. Johnson. I'm doing the top 10 cinematic B-roll techniques. I am here to show you how to make those cinematic B-roll shots. I will be shooting film with my Canon EOS Rebel T7 9. Let's get to it.
That's what I was doing.
Here's step number 1. Pushing. Pushing means bringing the camera close to the subject. It's a great way to focus the viewer's attention.
Or I should also call it push forward.
Pull up. Pull up means try moving the camera away from the subject for a viewer's attention.
Or I can call
Here
it
is the
pull
top
back.
number 3. Foreground blur. Foreground blur that you can film those plants in front of the camera using an aperture and open
Oh, yeah.
RGB
I forgot to turn on the manual focus on the side of the camera. That's because I didn't know what to do.
You was down on 4. Backup focus. A backup focus is where one subject in a scene will change another emphasis. The camera has a touch screen that you can use your thumb in the position.
I forgot to change the manual focus.
You was down on 5. Slider shot. A slider shot allows you to smoothly move the camera on a right focal length from left to right. It will stay focused on the subject to create a foreground. You was down number 6.
It's not that bad.
A parallax keeps the subject in the center, moves the camera around the circle, and it stays in the frame.
Yup, I started filming a vase of flowers. Also, they were beautiful.
A spiral shot places your hand and spins from side to side, closer or further away from the subject. You were stop number 8. Natural framing. Natural framing is when you use an element within your video to frame the subject.
When I was at the bar,
You were stop number 9. Wide shots. The wide shows you how a subject appears in the frame, along with the surrounding environment. Filming is about creating a sense.
I started filming when I was outside in the bar somewhere.
And lastly, your stop number 10. The slide reveal. The slide reveals that you can cover the camera lens and slide it to the subject in and out for a scene.
I was wearing my sunglasses because that shit was hot outside.
So now I will make a final sequence for the editing results. Enjoy this footage.
Oh, I will. Someday, I'll try to remember how to control the manual focus. I can only use it at the side of the camera lens. Once I place my finger on the focus ring, I will shift the focus into a transition. There's always next time. Here is video number 7. I learned how to make a fake drone shot by using phone camera. The video has been published since June 7, 2024. I remember the time when I learned from Learn Online Video. I'm inspired by Steve Wright. He taught me how to make a fake drone shot by using a gimbal and an extended selfie stick. However, I didn't get them last year before Christmas. So instead, I had to use my old phone and my tripod instead. Now let's get it on with it.
Today, I'm learning how to make a fake drone shot. I have my phone and my selfie stick. These can assemble those parts very simple. It's easy. My camera can attach it to my tripod, adjust the level of the extension pole, and record the video when I'm ready to film somewhere. I'm going to
remember how to do it
in the neighborhood, the park, in the desert. I had to do it before the sun rises up. It's gonna get hotter outside. Oh, without further ado, just sit back and enjoy the video.
Yep, this is the footage where I set it up with my old phone and my tripod together.
Okay, I got them all set up. Let's get started.
I started filming outside in the neighborhood, the park, in the desert at the location. I also wore a hat because it was hot outside. Yeah, that's not that bad. I started filming from behind those bushes. Here I was at the desert. I started filming at the bottom to foot forward through those dirt and rocks. Alright, I just made it back inside the house. It's been an hour. So now, here is the final editing result. Alright, let's see. Yep, I had a color bar in the edge. It's for the cinematic. It's not that bad. Here is video number 8. 9EC phone camera transition. The video has been published since March 19, 2024. Today I will be making camera phone transition with my phone. Last night I did a hyperlapse video behind the scene. It worked very well. If you guys haven't seen it, check out my channel anytime. I am now ready to make. They already did the full camera transition. I got all this until option review. Yep. I had the list on my phone before filming. Those are the names of the transition, what I'm gonna do. And without further ado, enjoy this video. Let's see how it looks. Let's see. With tilt, check. Think I got it. I'm doing the shot number 1. And this is shot number 2. I think the object reveal is checked. Part for me to make a transition, the tilt and twist. This is where I place my phone camera on the ground. just so I can create a mash cut transition. I use my left foot to cover the lens That was good. I gave you a big smile in front of the camera. This video is almost over by the end. And there was the last shot of the transition. You could show me the result of the smooth transition.
I'm done shooting footage behind the scene. Let's see the transition of editing results.
There it is. I added sound effect. That was a cool edit I have ever done. And that's it. Here is video number 9. Top 10 handheld camera movement techniques. The video has been released since March 31st, 2023.
Today I'm doing top 10 handheld camera movement techniques. Here we have top number 1. Zoom in and out. A zoom shot is when the focal length of the camera lens is adjusted to give the illusion of moving closer or further away from the subject.
Yeah, I know how to zoom in and out with that camera.
Number 2. To up and in. The tilt shot is a vertical camera movement in which the camera base remains in a fixed location while the camera pivots up and down vertically. We have top number 3. Air shots. A air shot is a horizontal camera movement in which the camera pivots left or right while the space remains in a fixed location.
And my phone camera was a little bit shaky because it was windy outside.
In and out. A dolly shot is a camera movement technique that uses to move toward or away from the subject in action.
I added a keyframe in the edit just so I could zoom in a little bit.
We have top number 5. Whip zoom. A whip zoom shot is a type of camera in which the camera zooms in and out quickly, allowing the viewers to focus the subject.
Wait for it.
We have top number 6. Whip pan shot. A whip bam shot.
Oh yeah,
Camera movement that rarely.
the whip bam shot is not a camera movement. It's just a transition. I made a mistake about that.
Motion or effects. We have top number 7. Chip shots. A chip shot can be used for getting high or low shots, which are difficult gray and roll camera. We have top number 8. Spiral zoom shot. A spiral zoom shot is a camera movement in which the camera zooms in and out to hold it perfectly still and rotates the camera check.
I had to wear a camera strap around my neck.
Number 9. Tracking shot. A tracking shot is any shot where the camera follows backwards, forward, or moves alongside the
Yes,
subject.
I was holding the camera in front of me.
And we have
I edited it out by adding a Greek character.
cutaway shot. A cutaway shot is the main action to indicate something else in the space, such as an object or location.
I made a wrong camera movement. This is the slide review. Yeah, I might have messed up the wrong camera movement, but it was okay. Here is video number 9. B-roll gimbal moves and transitions. This video has been published since December 28, 2024. Last time I had a gimbal named Zhiyun Crane M3. It was back in February this year. When I was outside in the backyard, I started making B-roll behind the scenes. Moments later, I had a problem with it. The gimbal kept jerking with a tilt axis. It wouldn't hold the balance enough with my phone, which was heavy. It might have been broken. That was the reason why I couldn't use it. Guys, the gimbal was gone, so I had to return it. It was such a bummer. 4 months later, I bought the other new gimbal in June. It was Zhiyun Smooth 5S AI. As long as I have my gimbal, I will try to be careful. It's very expensive. Anyway, let's move on with it.
Today, I'm going to do the gimbal moves and transitions for a B-roll. So I have my Zhiyun Crane M3 with my phone camera.
Yeah,
Let's get started.
the gimbal that I have was old.
You can change the mode to pen follow. It will keep the subject in the center to move around. The second gimbal move is the vortex. You can change the mode and control the joystick. Keep pushing forward and backwards to rotate your camera perfectly.
Yep, I learned how to control the gimbal
First
by changing the mode
is the mash
to
cut.
vortex.
Mash cut is a cut to the next scene and subject matters. It will add transition by making the same action. You can also
I remember
manage
how to do that.
cases such as wide, medium, and close-ups. And lastly, the transition is the black frame. Black frame that you can cover the lens from the subject behind. Once you do
I
the
filmed
same
the
action,
lion's chin at the
the lens
bottom.
revealed. Since I capture all the footage, let's edit them out and see the results.
Pretty cool. I think that's it. And lastly, here is video number 11. A day in the life of a cameraman. The video has been published since March 6, 2023. I know I told you about this. I started becoming a cameraman. I was learning how to make a better B-roll. Therefore, it worked practically. Anyway, let's finish the last video.
Hey, I'm here to tell you how I am living about myself. I'm living to become love, shooting, geography. It's teaching me how to use the camera, work through my Canon EOS Rebel T79 Samsung. The film
That's what I did.
shows you how a camera moves about to help the audience feel a great way to make a video. It added in post-production on a film. Camera movement can add meaning to your footage, changing and shaping the viewer's perspective of a scene. Is to understand those different types before adding pans, zoom, tilts, and other movements. Whenever you are ready to go and film somewhere, just learn what you're doing.
This is the part where I started from. I think that's the end of my video reaction, you guys. If you are new to this video, like and subscribe. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later. Peace.
Fearless.